Okay, developers, welcome back. This video is brought to you by Consensus Software Inc., and they want to share the news that Infura is now supporting the Near network. In this video, we'll see what the Near network has to offer, and with the massive delay of ETH 2.0, is it time for us to move on and start developing on other proof-of-stake chains? If you're new here, I'm Calvin Tara, and on Eat the Blocks, we help Web 2 developers transition into Web 3. If you're not already familiar with the Infura platform, they provide a toolkit for blockchain developers. They allow you to optimize and monitor your dApps via their dashboard. You get up-to-the-minute data on API requests by method, network, and volume. You've probably used Infura via HTTPS or WebSockets to get access to the Ethereum network inside one of your projects. They also provide access to distributed storage via IPFS. This partnership with Near is an expansion beyond the EVM compatible chains. So as Infura is expanding into a truly multi-chain ecosystem, why choose to support Near as the next non-EVM chain? Near is currently the fastest expanding Layer 1 blockchain focused on scalability and sustainability. Created in 2017, it's a sharded, proof-of-stake, Layer 1 blockchain and ecosystem with 458.63 million in TVL. They were one of the first to be certified as carbon neutral, which is really important to many people with concerns about blockchain energy consumption. 1,000 times lower transaction fees for users compared to Ethereum, and developers earn 30% of transaction fees. Their smart contracts are written in Rust and assembly script, although there is more of a lean towards building in Rust as it's more mature and catches developer errors before deployment. That doesn't mean you can't still write bugs though. Assembly script is suggested for prototyping and is easier to pick up than Rust if you're coming from a Web 2 or Solidity background. Their wallets have human-readable account names instead of a typical hash type name that we're seeing on the Ethereum network. Near also uses its Nightshade technology to improve transaction throughput massively. Nightshade is a variation of sharding. It involves individual sets of validators processing transactions in parallel across multiple sharded chains. Nightshade improves the overall capacity of the blockchain, and sharding occurs when data is split into smaller chunks for storage reasons. As a result, the protocol achieves up to 100,000 transactions per second with near instant transaction finality, whilst keeping transaction fees at virtually zero. Near is really pushing to get as many developers on board as possible, and their grants program has already paid out 45 million to over 800 plus projects. And you can see most of these projects on awesomenear.com/projects. They feature a whole range on the Near network. Just a few interesting ones to mention, we have Sweat Economy, where millions of users are reimagining the movement economy. It's a new cryptocurrency that you can generate with your steps. And we can see that Sweat will be available to any Sweatcoin user with 75 million plus registered users. Then we have Flux, the world's first decentralized Oracle and Oracle aggregator, a trustless data layer for Web3. Flux is a cross-chain Oracle that provides smart contracts with access to economically secure data feeds on anything. We also have Octopus Network, a multi-chain network allowing the formation of app chains natively on Near, and then Astro DAO. Their pitch is to be the world's simplest DAO in a box creation company. They empower groups anywhere in the world to make decisions together collectively. Those are just a few of the interesting projects already on the Near network. Now, I've personally been tinkering around with the Near network, and the amount of documentation and tutorials available to get up and running is impressive. They've got CLI tools, they've got SDKs for Rust, AssemblyScript, and JavaScript, along with their Near sandbox for local development. The Near network also has a ton of guilds and active DAOs on the network, so you really are spoilt for choice when it comes to finding your community. Now let's check out Aurora. This basically adds full Ethereum compatibility to the Near network. With Aurora, we benefit from high throughput and scalability that comes with Near's L1 protocol. Aurora is being promoted as the most advanced EVM on the market. It allows for 1 second block times, 2 second finality, and about 2-cent transaction costs. Projects already building on Aurora include the Graph, Chainlink, SushiSwap, and more, and they already have over 100 projects on the network. Aurora supports all tools available in the Ethereum ecosystem: MetaMask, Truffle, Hardhat, Remix, etc. If you are an Ethereum developer, getting started on Aurora is as easy as changing the RPC endpoint. They have just recently celebrated their 1-year anniversary and have integrated Etherscan to bring a familiar explorer to their developers. However, they're currently in limited availability, so depending on your app's demands, you may or may not be able to get on board until they achieve full availability for the general public. So if you're not trying to learn Rust or assembly script to get the benefits of the NEAR network, Aurora will be the way to go. Because of the huge demand for DeFi and NFTs on the Ethereum network, the fees have gone through the roof. And because of this, NEAR has the Rainbow Bridge. The Rainbow Bridge allows us to seamlessly migrate assets from Ethereum to the low-cost NEAR network. Their first phase was ETH to NEAR for us to bridge ERC20 tokens, but we also have the interoperability with some stablecoins, wrapped assets, DEX tokens, lending tokens, and service company tokens. Now, the more interesting point I want to touch on, however, is the news about a failed hack on the Rainbow Bridge. There was an attempted exploit on the bridge, but no funds were lost, and the attacker actually lost 2.5 ETH. The hack was attempted on May 1st when the attacker deployed a contract to deposit funds to become a relayer. Now, relayers help provide proof that the user has access to the tokens that they're asking to bridge networks. By becoming a relayer, the attacker will be able to push fake transactions. This was picked up and an MEV bot was able to front run it, which resulted in a rollback of the fake block created by the attacker. Once this happened, the team behind the bridge were able to jump in and take action. They are now implementing even more security measures to ensure that attacks like this are continually stopped before they have a chance to become a problem. An exploit like this could have ended up draining a lot of funds over a period of time. The fraud-proof design in NEAR's Rainbow Bridge shows the potential stability of the network, and because of this, teams like Infura can place their trust in a network like NEAR. They can ensure that they're partnering with networks that aren't going to put their own users at risk. So looking at the Infura docs, we can see that they now have a new section for the NEAR network and Aurora. We can see here that the NEAR endpoints are available using the project ID of an Ethereum project. So first, we would need to create that before we can access the NEAR network. In the docs for making requests, we can see we have the JSON RPC method, and in their example, they're using curl to make HTTP requests to get the gas price of the most recent block. We can see that the URL starts with NEAR mainnet for this network, and we would need to place our project ID on the end. But then at the bottom, they give you all of the URLs that you would need to start making requests. Now, when you have a NEAR testnet wallet, it's automatically funded with tokens. So if you follow the link on the docs, you'll have no problem getting set up really quickly with one of their human readable addresses. We can also get a list of available methods that are supported by the NEAR network through Infura, like block, gas price, transaction, and network information. The setup for Aurora is pretty much the same, however, we're just changing the endpoint to Aurora mainnet. And then to get funds for that testnet, we can head over to their faucet. Now, a few months ago, a friend of mine told me to check out NEAR, and I wasn't sure if I should make the move over. But it's reassuring to see the team at Infura placing their trust and support in the NEAR network with this partnership. It's also interesting to see that Infura is going from an Ethereum shop to a key connector in the multi-chain ecosystem. We'll leave a link in the description below so that you can get started with Infura's new endpoints for the NEAR network. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching, and we'll speak to you soon.